Bright Eye Youth, coming to you live. Bright Eye Youth, coming to you live. Bright Eye Youth, coming to you live. Hello, my A-star students, coming to you from the office of Laura Lycett, your next lesson on quadratic equations. Let's take a detailed look at this particular quadratic equation, as you should be able to solve all quadratic questions that you come across in your exams. Question 2. Solve the equation 2a squared minus 162 equal to 0. With this type of equation, the very first thing you want to look out for is that are there any common factors? Can you actually see any common factors? Look carefully. Can you see any common factors? And the obvious answer is yes. You can factorize 2 out of the equation. Once you factorize 2 out, you're left with a squared minus 81, because 162 divided by 2 leaves you with 81. That into brackets, and all of that is equal to 0. This actually gets more interesting. This is what I want you to note. A squared minus 81 is actually in the form of a squared minus b squared. And what you need to note is that any equation that is in the form of a squared minus b squared is factorized as into brackets a plus b into brackets a minus b. And that's a rule that you need to learn, so that as soon as you come across anything in that form, you straight away can factorize it into this form. What you can now do is that your a squared minus 81 is actually in this form. Can you actually see that? We've got two numbers that can actually multiply to give us 81, and two letters that can multiply to give us a squared. So what we do now is we break it into that rule. So we've got a minus 9 brackets and then a plus 9 in brackets, which will all be equal to 0. You remember that we had the 2 there before. Don't forget your 2. Still put your 2 in front of the first bracket. We now need to find the values of a that actually makes the equation 0, like we did for the very first one. As you can see, we're going to have two equations. There's a minus 9 equal to 0, or a plus 9 equal to 0. That should tell you straight away that a has two solutions. For the very first one, we need the value of a that will make the equation 0. That is obviously 9. And for the other equation, we need a value of a that will make it 0 as well. And that is obviously minus 9. The values of a are 9 or minus 9. In other words, we say 9 and minus a are the roots of the equation.